Some huge news breaking this morning coming out of the UK about the future of their cruising. What does this mean for the rest of the world, and what does this mean for us specifically here in North America? Let's get into this. Well, welcome back, everybody. If you are just joining us for the first time, my name is Jordan, and this is JJ Cruise. We are a YouTube channel obsessed with cruising. We're on a little bit of a hiatus, but now we are back in full force, bringing you weekly and daily videos about what's going on in the world of cruising, especially as we are preparing to cruise again. Now, before I jump into this news, please hit that subscribe button, smash that bell icon if you want to be notified every single time we upload videos. This is a great way you can support us, and we really appreciate you subscribing, liking, commenting. You can also join us on Instagram, on Facebook, connect with us everywhere. We want to be your best friends, and we know that you love cruising just as much as we do. So thank you in advance for hitting that subscribe button. Now, let's get into this. So we all know that there have been plans by many of the major cruise lines to sail out of the UK this summer. Even though currently there is still a ban, the Department of Transportation has said that that ban is going to be lifted here in the coming weeks. So they are expecting to set sail here very, very soon. However, their Department of Transportation just came out with some new guidelines this morning regulating how many people are allowed to be on the ships. 1,000, everyone, is the magic number. So they cannot sail, these big ships cannot sail more than 1,000 passengers. If the vessel is smaller and normally holds under 1,000 passengers, their capacity caps at 50%. Now, this is very interesting because, for example, the MSC Virtuosa is one of the ships that we know is going to be sailing out of the UK this summer. That ship holds nearly 5,000 guests. That means that that ship is going to be functioning at 20% capacity. And I've been trying to think all morning about what this would look like. And Jared and I did get a little bit of, I think, a glimpse into what this might be like. Last February, we had a C-word scare on our cruise of Anthem of the Seas. And our cruise ended up, it was supposed to be an eight-night cruise down to the Bahamas. It got delayed 3 days, and we ended up going to Bermuda. It ended up being one of the best cruises we've ever been on, but that ship had only around 40% capacity. So it was super limited. We never had issues getting any type of chairs at the pool, or there was never any lines at the buffet or at the bars. It was really kind of awesome. We both agreed that we did miss the general feeling of, that party atmosphere where, you're going on the sail away party and you have everyone on the top deck and you've got the DJ going and you're drinking your drinks out of pineapples. That was a little bit different, and that was definitely missed. However, the rest of the experience was amazing, and it really eliminated some of the grief I think that people have about cruising and some of the reasons people really don't like cruising, which is the crowds. So this is just going to be very interesting. I'm trying to think if this will be similar. Like, will the CDC look at this and say, okay, we need to bring similar guidelines over to the US? Now, there is already currently some different guidelines in place. For example, right now, and of course, things change every day, so this could change. Passengers are not required to get vaccines if they're sailing out of the UK on any of these sailings. However, the sailings are limited to people in the UK, Ireland, the Channel Isles, and the Isle of Man. So, it's a much smaller pool of people that are able to even cruise and go on these ships compared to North America and the ships that will be sailing out of the Bahamas. I mean, it's, people from North America. If Canada opens up, people from Canada, there's people from Mexico, people from the Caribbean that will climb aboard these cruises. So that's already really different. Something else that I think is very interesting is indoor capacity is going to be capped at 6 people, even if you have more people in your reservation. So if you're indoors, I'm guessing if you're dining or if you are seeing a show, but I don't know if shows will happen. No more than 6 people can be gathered together at once. This is not a time to take a family reunion on a cruise out of the UK. It's probably not a time to do a family reunion on a cruise ship in general. But that I also found very interesting. I thought the reservation thing was interesting because it's like, what if you have 7 people on your reservation? Well, your group has to split up, probably for meals and for anything else that you do indoors. Now, that is indoors only. Once you're on the deck, that capacity limit is uncapped. So that, I think, is everything in regards to the UK news. I thought that was very, very interesting. All right, let's just jump back into a couple other things regarding cruise news very quickly. So we know, and I'm sure that you've probably already heard this, the Senate has blocked the Cruise Act, the very, very short-lived Cruise Act that would allow cruise lines to bypass the CDC recommendation, go around the no-sail order, and start cruising as early as July. It got to the Senate floor, and it was immediately halted, and it has been pulled. So that is no longer in existence. That Cruise Act is dead. There is another bill that has been blocked in the state of Florida. Key West has limited, and they said that this was, this is kind of old news at this point. They said they were going to limit the amount of cruise ships they would allow to come in to port and visit the Key West area. Florida has now blocked that bill in their Senate. So they are saying, 2 thumbs down, no go. You cannot do this. You cannot limit the cruise ships. Cruising is way too important to our economy. I read that the cruising industry pumps in about $8 billion into the state of Florida per year. So Florida is pulling out all the stops. We've seen this play out with the governor. He's currently suing the CDC. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens. And as we return to cruising, how quickly Florida is able to get what they want, because they are fighting, and they are fighting hard. Clearly they're even fighting their own people down in Key West. I was also reading just about cruising throughout the world and cruising over the summer, and I learned that actually Greece is going to be the #1 country for cruising this summer. Almost all the major cruise lines are going to have ships coming out of Greece doing Greek Isle cruises. And again, a little bit jealous because I've always wanted to take a Greek Isle cruise. However, at least as of about a week ago, people from the U.S. still could not go there. They have a color system there, and the U.S. was bright red. So Greece does not want us coming over there quite yet. But when that turns green, we will be taking a Greek Isle cruise, because I've always wanted to do one. Have you ever been over to Greece? Have you taken a Greek Isle cruise? I want to hear from you in the comments. And would you climb aboard one of these ships that will be going out of Greece this summer? It will be the cruising capital of the world for summer 2021. Normally the entire state of Florida takes that title, but Greece is going to have it for at least the foreseeable future. Something else that I thought was very, very interesting and kind of fun was I learned that there is this small boutique river cruise company over in Europe called Uniworld. Uniworld boutique river cruises are going to start offering mystery cruises. These are 10-day cruises to unknown destinations, and you have no clue what the itinerary is until you climb on board. The cost is pretty high, as it is, with most of these smaller river cruises. It does come in right at $7,000 per guest, so that's right around $14K for a cabin. But I'm curious, would you take a river cruise to an unknown destination? I definitely would. I have this sense of adventure, and I feel like that is just everything I would love wrapped up in a box. I've never done a river cruise before, but I think I would really like the mystery cruise. So that is all of the cruise news that I have for you today. Please, if you could hit that subscribe button, ring that bell notification, it would be so wonderful, and it would mean the world to us. Until next time, see ya.